So buying real art can sound scary and, worst of all, expensive.
Well, Traci Zeller, a Charlotte-based interior designer who has been featured in Better Homes and Gardens, will share several shortcuts to stylish wall decor that you can actually afford.
Hi, Traci. How are you this morning?
I'm great. How are y'all?
Great, thank you. I love this topic because the truth is, art does sound scary.
It does, and I think for that reason, most people leave it till the end. They're thinking, well, I need some place to sit or stand. Of course, so those are the first things you take care of. But when you think about rooms that don't feel finished, or a college apartment, for example, how can you tell? It's because the walls are bare. They're probably builder beige and there's nothing on them.
That's exactly right.
So art is the one thing that can take a room from just functional to really fantastic.
Okay, the truth is that we'll start with furniture or the paint color, and art really does become an afterthought.
It does, and it doesn't have to be. I think that's also a misconception people have. They want to wait until they finish their furniture and everything, but really art can be a fantastic building block to build your room around. So I really prefer to start there.
Okay. It also sounds expensive. I think that's the other thing that makes it a little bit intimidating.
It does. I know. It can be scary, but it doesn't have to be. There are so many affordable ways to decorate your walls, so you don't have to be scared to take the leap, and they look a lot more expensive than they really are.
Okay, just so that you all, we're taking a look at one piece right here.
Yes, well, the first thing is don't be afraid to DIY your art. This is a piece that my kids actually did with my mom. Those Pinterest projects, believe it or not, actually work sometimes. So this was just some food coloring in bubbles, and they went to town on this watercolor paper. But the trick is that I framed it with an oversized mat. You can have those cut at any hobby store or frame shop, put them in a ready-made frame, and automatically it has a lot more importance than you think.
See, I mean, look at that. I think that looks great hanging on a wall. I just want you all to know, Traci sent us all these beautiful pictures, and we are having a little technical difficulty. We can't show all the photographs, so we're going to have you explain it. We'll put all the pictures that you gave to us and put them on your blog and on our website later on, so everyone can see what you're talking about.
Well, we will share that, Colleen, but there are so many tips and websites that I can offer that you can just go to your computer and find right there.
Okay.
One of my favorites for DIYing art is there are amazing resources. The New York Public Library has digitized most of their collections.
Really?
So if you go to digitalcollections.nypl.org, there are thousands of images that you can print. All you have to do is have a home printer or send them to an office supply store, stick it in a frame, and you're done.
You're talking about print for free. I mean, just
print for free.
Wow.
Completely free. And even if you like typography like I do, you can print cute things for a kid's bathroom. For example, I printed, with the help of a graphics designer friend, prints that said, flush the toilet, wash your hands, which we need in my house, a little reminder. Stick it in the wall, call it a day.
See, that's cute, right? I know you also like to support local artists.
I love to support local artists, and what you need to remember is that going into a gallery doesn't have to be intimidating. South End Gallery Crawl, which you can find by going to historicsouthend.com, is fantastic because there are a lot of people in the gallery, so you don't have to feel like you're the only one and the sales staff is looking at you. There are pieces available in all price points, and even if you don't buy, it's a great way to educate your eye.
You've got these tennis rackets over here. Can you tell us what these are for?
Well, I know that seems a little unusual, but I want people to remember that you can use found or unconventional objects. If it has an interesting shape or a story, why not hang it on the wall? I bought these for my son's room. He likes to play tennis. I picked them up for a song on eBay, and I'm planning to hang them in a pattern so they will just hang above his bed like so. Wall art for almost nothing that you can buy at a thrift store or on eBay.
That's great. Really what it comes down to is what you love. If something speaks to you, you can use it in your home in some way.
It does, and there are so many ways today to find that. It's so important to know with social media and online, our resources are really endless. Some of my favorite artists I've found in my Instagram feed. So I, for example, love art, so I'm often tagging artists on my Instagram. If you follow those artists, they are often following other artists. And believe it or not, sometimes they'll have flash sales to clean out their studio, and you'll score an original for a song so much less than you would get by going into a gallery. So don't be afraid to buy online.
You know, I bet
Great
you also
tips.
getting the right frame can really frame that art for you too, because that seems to be a big thing too.
It does, and I think a big secret for that is you don't have to settle for a ready-made mat. You can choose a ready-made frame and have a mat specifically cut for your artwork, and it costs very little, but it really upgrades the overall look.
Great. Great tips.
Don't forget websites like mintedandart.com where you can buy signed originals for very reasonable prices, and obviously they often have money-back guarantees. So what that means, when you find something you love, you really can buy it and not be scared.
Traci is so good at her job. Go to tracizeller.com, T-R-A-C-I, tracizeller.com. Again, all the photographs that we were supposed to show you this morning, we're going to put those on your blog. We'll put them on our website a little bit later on this afternoon.